It's hard to understand. All I know is that you've got to run. Run without knowing why, through fields and woods. And the winning post's no end, even though balmy crowds might be cheering the sends daft. That's what the loneliness of the long-distance runner feels like.
Welcome to this video, which is all about Forex trading for beginners, and the trading lesson we're going to look at today is controlling the emotions of greed and regret with specific profit objectives on your account and also on your individual trades. Now, before I look at that in more detail, I've started the video with a short clip from a classic English film. It's called The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner. It's one of my favourite films of all time, actually, and I used to be a cross-country runner. And there is actually quite a bit you can learn from cross-country running in relation to trading. And you know, the guy there in the introduction says it's very lonely. Forex trading is very lonely as well. You're on your own. It's not a social kind of job. And also it's very, very boring, just like cross-country running, you know, because you are spending a lot of the time basically, you know, sitting around waiting for things to happen. You've got the frustration of missing moves, or you stop being picked off, or you're not making as much profit as you want from a trade. So it's very frustrating, it's very boring. Most traders, when they come in, though, think it's going to be exciting and fun. If you come in with that attitude, you'll basically lose money. The fun comes at the end when you've made money, just as the fun in cross-country running is basically crossing the finishing line. Now, I'm just going to make a point about, you know, good investing being boring, and that quote is actually from George Soros, and he is right, so please don't believe that it's an exciting way to make money. The excitement is the money you make, not the actual mechanics of doing it. Now, in terms of cross-country running, when you're doing it, you do not spend most of the time sprinting for obvious reasons. You've got to conserve your energy. It's a long-term sport, and you've got to get to the finishing line. Now, if you compare that to the majority of Forex traders, what do they do when they come in? They sprint from the start. And by sprinting from the start, I mean, they just want to make as much money as possible. They haven't thought about what is realistic. They're thinking it's exciting and fun. So, you know, their emotions have got hold of their trading, and, you know, they're trying to force profits from the market. This is a recipe for disaster, and we'll soon see their demise. If you come into Forex trading, you actually have to set a finishing line, okay? In cross-country running, you actually do have a finishing line, okay? You know where you're going and what you've got to achieve and where you have to get to. In Forex trading, this isn't so. Mark Douglas made this key point in the book The Disciplined Trader, and that he was saying that there is no set finishing line. It's a limitless market. You actually have to set your own finishing line. So in terms of your account equity, how much money can you make? You actually have to decide what is realistic, set an objective. And you must do this, in my view. What amount should you set? It's all down to the individual, really. We're all different. There is no one level that all traders adhere to in terms of how much profit they can make. We all vary. But I think if you set 30% as an objective over a year when you come in, that gives you something realistic to work towards. And I don't think you should just say, I want to make 30% in a year either. I think you should break it down. So you should say, right, I want to make 10% every 4 months. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but it's more than most professional fund managers make. And you'd be surprised, once you've set that objective, then you'll work towards the objective, and you won't be tempted to take trades just for the sake of taking them, take those low odds trades, or trading too much. You're just focused on that 10%. Forex trading is all about mental focus and adhering to your strategy. Okay, so you've got to follow that strategy with discipline, and I think having a trade target in terms of growth each year is a great way to keep you focused. Now, on your individual trades, you've also got to be very focused on when to take profit. And most traders don't know when to take profit. They hang on too long. They end up giving what they've made back, or they've added to the trade to make more from it. And yeah, that just ends in disaster. Now, we all know greed is a real problem in Forex trading or any form of trading, because traders get very emotional about money, want to make as much as possible. Regret is actually an underrated emotion in my view. And I think traders, they never want to get out of trades too quickly when they're going in their favour, because they'll regret that they might miss some profit. But I wouldn't worry about that at all. You're never ever going to sell a market high and buy a bottom, or vice versa. So it's a question of being happy with what you have and exiting the market. Now, if a market runs up, let's say you've got a Forex pair that becomes very bullish and it's really running strongly for you and it reaches a bullish extreme, I would always look to be out, have a target, get out before the herd. So I wouldn't wait around too long. Sure, I might miss some profit, but so what? I've actually achieved what I wanted to achieve. And in terms of trading Forex, for profit, it's a long-term game. It needs set objectives. If you do not have those set objectives, you will not end up a winner. Over the years, and I was a broker for 10 years, what I always noticed was that traders could very often make money, but as soon as they've made it, they give it back. That's because they're not working to objectives and they're failing to control their emotions. So in terms of Forex trading, taking losses and keeping them small is one of the keys to success. But you've got to think about your profits on the other side as well, how much you need to cover your losses, what is realistic for you to make, and just basically work towards your objective. And in terms of the way Forex is presented, is presented now as just an easy way to make money, and anyone can do it. Well, yes, anyone can come in the Forex markets and make money, but you need to be prepared to treat it as a long-term game and a serious business, and forget about all the excitement and fun you hear people talking about on the net. As George Soros said, it's boring, but the result at the end of making money is actually very exciting. So thank you very much for watching this short introduction for beginners on the emotions of greed and regret. Never regret coming out with a profit. If you've hit your target, you're happy with it, then that's great. Thank you very much for watching me. Take care as per usual. Have a good day.